Black women use spirituality to play the mule. So you gave him everything, so he has everything now. So he has it all now. What's up, Steelies? So I came across a video, and the only reason I want to share the name is just to give context, and then I'm going to share the video link in the description box below. It's a video by Miriam Shumate, and this is an interracial couple. Looks like they may be on the verge of divorce, getting a divorce, talking about divorce. Not really sure all that's going on. I was not subscribed to the channel before she posted the video about her side of the story of their, I guess, failing marriage. And I hate to use such finalizing words when I talk about this because it is somebody's marriage, and I take things that I talk about around here very seriously. I take marriage very seriously. I tried to watch as many videos as I could. So based on everything I've looked at, here's the conclusions I've come to. A lot of the divorces that we've seen of like a lot of the favorite swirling interracial couples have been Black women, white men. So while those marriage rates do tend to be high, we've seen some high profile divorces recently. From what I've seen from Miriam and her husband's situation, here's what I feel things were kind of going off on their end. One, she says that she is enterprising, right? So it looks like she's trying to find ways to make money for their family that he's not doing. And it looks like he's really depending on Big Daddy, who's apparently his father, to support him, his family, and their lifestyle and their way of life. That's a big fail, right? You don't want to date a guy whose claim to fame, his wealth, his way of making money, his way of supporting his family is his parents. And there's a lot of Brads who will proudly talk about how much money their dad has, right? My dad has, my dad is. You really don't want to like get involved with a guy who brags about his dad. No, I'm sorry. Unless your daddy Malcolm X, like, he didn't have no sons. In that area, if you can look ahead, you want to avoid that, because now he's playing it where he's like, well, you can't take the kids and I've got the kids. And she mentioned that he's like trying to take her kids, right? Because he's like, well, I have the money. And it looks like a situation where they both haven't been really working consistently, but he can say, I have the money because he has his parents' money. And she can't do that because she's in a completely new country. I mean, it looks like she's been here for a while now, probably at least a decade, but this isn't her home country, and she doesn't have the same resources and networking that he has. So now she's in a tight spot because she's got kids. And let me tell you something, my husband already know, ain't no man gonna talk to me about taking my kids. You ain't taking my kids nowhere, punk. So to have to hear that, as a mother, I can't imagine. And it's horrible. You don't want to have to hear that kind of talk just because your relationship is coming to an end. So to avoid that, do not date men whose money is really only their father's money. And that but for daddy and other family connects, they wouldn't have much. Ugh, it's just so unattractive to me. Anyways, what's next? So she talks about how she's enterprising and she's trying to find all the solutions to things, and he's just relying on his dad's money, and he has the privilege to do so. I used to be friends with people like that. And I'd be like, we have to work hard, we have to do this because blah, blah, blah. And they'd be like, I don't have to do anything because my dad. Is your daddy still paying your bills 30-something years old? What you allow in a relationship, in a marriage. My mother passed away when I was young, and so my sense of a family and what I would allow was very deep. I used to be very like, oh my God, what if something happens? What if something happens? So let people walk all over me because what if something were to happen to them? Fuck that shit. If something happens, it happens, right? Let's all pray to God. I know I'm gonna make it. I don't know what the rest of y'all is gonna do. But because I allowed earlier in my life people to talk to me and treat me in a kind of way, they thought they could continue doing that. And it looks like that the case is similar for Miriam. I was watching more of their videos, and they did a husband tag, and she was saying, what do you like about me? And he said, I like that she was nurturing. She took care of me right away. Of course he's gonna love that. Are you kidding me? Never take care of a man right away. Right away for what? Didn't you have a mama? I didn't have a mother. I'll be damned if I take care of a man who had one without a ring on it. So he said as soon as they started dating, here she is cooking, cleaning, and God, and trampolining, right? Maybe not, because she said, she appears to be very, very Christian. She talks a lot about it. But make sure you get from God what you need from him first before you start telling others. People who talk about God the most, like, she talks about God a lot. She keeps saying, I'm a good person. I can't believe, why is this happening to me? Because God gave you the tools to protect yourself. And a Bible verse ain't gonna do it. You need to protect yourself. I know a lot of older Black people, or very religious people. White people don't do this. I'll tell you that right now. I know white people that go to church every Sunday will call me the N-word like that, okay? God don't affect their every move, but they'll tell you they're the most religious people that they know. They know they're going to heaven, and they'll go to church every Sunday. But if they have to get down and dirty, they'll get down and dirty. Black women use spirituality to play the mule. So you gave him everything, so he has everything now. So he has it all now. Let me tell you, my husband's still waiting on the nurturing parts. Okay? There's a bunch of ways to nurture a man. I haven't given it to him yet. All right? We'll give a crumb at a time. Go ahead, give him everything and wonder why these dudes be playing y'all. Talking to other chicks on Facebook. Messages in the night. I can't relate because I'm not gonna tolerate. What are you doing, Ken?
I saw that you had your legs out. I wanted to peek.
Good for you. Get back to work. Finally, I will say the unkind words. So this is according to her. And I also went to Lipstick Alley to do some checking myself there to see if he did indeed write a letter. And somebody pretending to be him wrote a letter. Their business being on Lipstick Alley, right? Him writing stuff, him checking and seeing, they're calling him a hillbilly on Lipstick Alley. Way too old, way too grown to be involving other people in your relationships. And I will say this for the other swirling marriages that have failed as well. I know it was a lot of people involved in those marriages. I refuse to let people get involved in my marriage. I definitely talked about my relationship before we got married with people. After we got married, I don't talk about my relationship with many people. I don't talk about it with anyone that I don't trust, and I don't trust many people. So you got to leave people out of your business. Talking with your fucking friends and being like, oh, he's not like my friends. Well, because he's your man. He doesn't have to be like your friends. I feel like people in my life are like, your husband's not like other people in your life. Okay, and I'm not married to none of y'all. Thank God. People in your business, gotta cut that out. She talks about things that he said to her. And I feel like she's speaking the truth. She says that he says that nobody will want her and nobody else is gonna love her. She's nothing, all that type of shit. Bitch, who is you talking to, little boy? That's disrespectful as... Is that one of the cats? No, you don't talk to the mother of your children like that. You don't talk to your spouse like that. I mean, I can understand a heated argument here or there, but not the mother of your children, man. Not this far in the game. You're supposed to be the man of the family, dude. And, to me, it looks like she's had enough. Looks like she's tired of marriage full of no reciprocity. It looks like she's done with that. She said he got his girlfriend up in the house with him. He's really loving the fact that she doesn't have anyone else in her corner. You imagine how she must feel to be in this white world. People that watch her channel will say, how can I get a white Southern man? He's like, white Southern men don't like black women. I'm the only one that do. I'm the only one of us that like them. Like, what? So you're the only one? But see, that's the narrative that he wants her to believe. It's not true, Miriam. It is not true. My heart breaks for her. I have a great empathy for what it's like to be the only Black person in a white space and being bullied and being treated poorly. She's a mother of your children. She has to be a mother. And you want to bring some side chick around her? I hope your kids see that. The kind of man you are to bring that side chick around your wife. If she's having problems, you're supposed to be helping her, bruh. You're not supposed to have her over here. What are you doing?
Speaking to you. Sorry, you look good. I like the look. I got to look. Sorry.
Okay, then. I know, bud. Yeah. Get out of here! So I hope that things work out for her. I'm sure she wants to preserve her marriage and that she wants that to work out. And for her sake, I hope things work out for them. But I also really hope that she gets somebody out there in the real world to be in her corner and, just be a friend to her out there. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.